So 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks prior to him, the broke up video, I'm looking at his channel right now. He makes a video marrying Yanette ? Because her name was Yanette, and the chick's in the video, and he's talking about getting married with her, bro. Yo, you gotta see this, bro. This guy's a clown. You gotta see this. Yeah, I put him in the Discord chat.
All right. Yo, make sure y'all hit that like button.
Oh, it's up? It's up already?
Yo, it's up. I'm gonna share
we
this
live?
to Twitter. We live. We keep talking because nobody's here just yet.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
There's receipts. What is it?
All right, hold up. Let's put this in Twitter right here.
Here we go.
All right.
Boom.
All right, bam.
The finest. Shout outs to the finest. Who's here?
Shout out to the finest, man. Always coming through.
Who did the 2 dislikes? The hell?
The dislikes are my balls and my penis. So.
That's the Kid Smooth. The Kid Smooth.
Is that the
fan?
Dude, I've been getting a lot of like people want me to shut up on Twitter, dude. They want me to shut up.
Is what it is.
Oh, what game's this?
All right. All right, but welcome, episode 54 in this bitch. Episode 54. Making sure we all are.
Yep.
Yeah, is there a way to change like the Discord color? I don't like this black and purple color. I want it to be.
Yeah. There is a way to change it.
All right.
Well, I went with the dark theme. I don't know if you could change the colors.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't want the dark theme
too. Yeah,
I want a light theme.
Hey, for those of you guys who got Android, I heard that YouTube app you can go dark. You can go dark mode now. It was an iPhone exclusive.
It was.
That was an iPhone exclusive. See, exclusives do matter, you see.
Yes.
Fucking exclusive dark mode. Where is it?
They say they updated it.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Oh yeah.
What the hell are we talking about?
The finest. I will check out Red's interview. I'll do it after the podcast.
All right. Oh my god.
Can everybody be heard like normal? Like we good? Like voice checks.
Oh shit! I gotta pop out the chat.
All right, check the mixer. Somebody check mixer. Somebody check Twitch. We should be good to go for all of them.
Yo, what up to everybody in the chat, man?
All right, so
let me get this straight. You want us to do your job?
I want you to do your job. I mean, are we all a team, aren't we?
Who's going to work? What's going on? I was trying to enable dark mode in YouTube, but I do see there's incognito mode in YouTube.
What is it? Why would you want to be incognito on YouTube?
I don't know. That just said it. Just showed up there.
That defeat the whole purpose of being on YouTube.
I guess they don't want you to search history when you look at all the.
It's weird.
Unboxings and shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to who on Twitch said we're good. Sincere Quintana. Is Sincere, that's not Gold Chain, right? Is that Gold Chain Gamer?
No. I'm not for sure.
Not sure.
I don't want to lie to you.
Not sure. What's up, D Almighty Spartan? All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome, episode 54, Planet Xbox Podcast, the best podcast is taking place on a Wednesday. I am your host, the best spot, Kid Smooth, aka Twitter Monster. Twitter Monster, yes. I'm just practicing my rights on Twitter. But shout out to everyone. How's the panel doing? Gaming Addict, how are you doing? You've been making the rounds lately over the week on YouTube. What's going on? I think you dropped more content than I have this whole week.
Yeah, man, he's all over.
I can do that at any time, but there's been stuff to talk about.
Addict been putting in that work. You've been putting in that work.
Most of the time, they all the shit that's going on, I don't give two fucks about. Like, I just don't.
Really? Addict, what you been up to, man?
Making content, just like you said, and streaming.
Okay. Go ahead, Mike.
And he's been fighting with King David.
Oh, you mean winning bets with King David?
Yeah, that whole bend the knee thing. I was laughing my ass off when I was listening to that. Man, the Spider-Man, was it the Spider-Man God of War thing?
Yeah, but me and Kid should be streaming Dead Space 3 here soon, so look out for that.
Oh.
All right. Grinds my gears, man. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Just been I've been playing some of the same stuff. I'm trying to get into a lot of VR stuff has come out. I haven't been around. I've been traveling a lot last few days, but yeah, just been browsing news. I was sitting at an airport up in New Hampshire for over 3 hours last night, so that was fun. That's why I was just trolling and making fun of the week that were coming in. Not many people got my Richard Marx joke, but Richard Marx going over from PlayStation to go to Google. I was like the music in Google's headquarters, and it sounded really good. But Richard Marx is a real good singer. He sings all those romance songs, but it's pretty funny. Anyway, not many people got it, but I was laughing my ass off as I was tweeting it out. But yeah, otherwise, I just been playing I don't know what I've been playing. I've been playing the let me go see my history. Oh, Detroit. I've been trying to finish that because that is really awesome, and I'm not going to say what movie I was watching that made me want to play it even more, but
iRobot.
Yeah, I'm not saying it. Yeah,
no,
we
gotta talk about this.
I've been doing Overwatch too. I've been playing Overwatch with the new character they released. That game is still holds up, man. It's fun.
That's awesome.
Overwatch is dope.
And No Man's Sky. There you go.
No Man's Sky.
Yes. It's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad.
What do you mean Xbox saved that game? What do you mean?
Who wrote that? Who wrote that? Can't see that. Who wrote that?
Frog, how you doing, man? How are you? How you been?
Pretty good, man. And enjoying life.
That's what's up. I like the hairdo, man.
Yeah, change it up a little bit. My
go.
wife, she braided up and put a little ponytail up in there, but my hair is getting long. She doesn't want to cut it yet. Soon enough, she'll say cut it because my hair grows fast, so she'll probably say cut it. But hey, I got hair, so
yeah, you got hair. Yeah, hey, you know what I mean? You got like my hair only grows up to a certain limit and then it stops and it just looks rough. That's why I wear hats.
See, I'm not a hat person.
Merc 305, man, what's up? How you doing?
We're back in here. Well, I just want to shout outs to the finest in the chat, by the way, because he said it. We were talking about it earlier. I just want to let everybody know that Madden 19 is live on PC with your Origin Access Premier subscription. You can play Madden 19 on PC, and I've been preaching that for a couple weeks already.
I gotta check to see if it's on EA Access on Xbox because shout out to Flaffy 1101. Shout out to the podcast members that isn't afraid to voice their opinion and concerns about Xbox. Where the cells at? Eyes.
Did this dude really pay $5 to say that?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
He did.
You played yourself.
Cut me that check, Smooth.
No. Really, like I'm gonna check. My EA Access just renewed freaking today. I can't believe I've been paying for this thing for like 3 years straight. But
It's an awesome service, man.
it's alright.
It's been lacking the last year, man. It has.
If it had not been for backwards compatibility, this shit would be like kind of disappointing.
But remember, this is not like EA Access. That's that Origin Access Premier. The way that it works is that you pay either $100 a year or $15 a month, and you get all the games that they got in the vault and every new game coming out a week before it releases.
And no trials, right?
And no trials.
So you get the games. You don't have to.
Exactly. It's a subscription that you get the new game a week before it's released, the full game. Like it's not a trial. Like it's yours while you have the subscription paid.
So it's kind of like a Game Pass.
It's kind of like Game Pass,
And they stopped giving away the free games. They used to give a free game a month. They stopped that. Was that what they stopped? Origin?
No. Origin still gives a free game here and there every now and then, just like you play. Just like
Ubisoft.
Shout out to Stu Jersey.
You'll get free games from time to time. But yeah, man, it's real good. So they basically Origin Access Premier launched with Madden 19 on PC. So think about that. I'll be buying the game because I'll be supporting that coming back to PC. But outside of that, man, I'm still in that bind with Fortnite. Ever since me and Jez played Fortnite that night, I've been playing Fortnite relentlessly.
And he's a season pass member too.
That's right. I got the battle pass. Oh man, I've got the battle pass. I think on every console, Xbox. They got me, man. They got me. Now they got me.
Gotcha.
My son's stomping me though on Xbox. He's like level 40 already or something like that, or 45, something like that.
Man.
Damn, this UI is okay in EA.
I gotta see that Madden, man. I gotta see that Madden on PC though. I want to see the.
I refuse to play that shit on PC.
I want to see a turducken. I want to see them playing with
But I'm gonna tell you guys, once EA for those who are on EA Access, once Madden 19 becomes oh shit! All right, I get to download it. All right, guys, I am doing a Madden 19.
This dude
giveaway.
did not just get all happy like that.
Because
damn well you ain't even go play it like that.
Oh yeah, no, I played the first 2 weeks. And then I'm good. I played for the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was screaming about too.
Hey, shout out to J Main in the chat, bro. Shout out to J.
Shout out to J Main.
What's up, J Main?
All right, hold on. Let me read this. Flaffy 101. People wasting their money on a console with underwhelming exclusive. $5 isn't much when you're supporting good people here. All right. I mean, I'll take the $5.
There you go. There you go.
But shout out to Flaff. Shit.
Shout out to
One of you guys who can read.
What were you screaming about?
So you mean to tell me you can't even pronounce the people giving you super chats, kid?
Yeah, right now he doing coffee right now.
No.
You're doing a Kofi.
All right.
He's a download like
No. I was in the middle of that. I was in the middle of announcing something. All right, I'm going to do a Madden 19 giveaway. Right, I'm going to stream Madden. This is actually to help my Mixer channel grow. I'm going to be streaming on Mixer. I'm not going to challenge no pro or anybody like that. I want to play another fucking casual because I'm a casual Madden player. So any of you guys can occur. Now it's pretty much this. If I lose, right? As long as you're in the chat and you're active in the chat, somebody in the Mixer chat will win. If I lose. That's if I lose.
So if you win, you keep the game?
No, if I lose, somebody in the chat is getting mad.
So pretty much someone's getting mad.
I mean, I'm horrible. I'm no good. I'm like NBA Live is my shit. See, I have confidence. Like it hurts my heart if I lose in NBA Live. It doesn't hurt me if I lose in Madden. But like, it's the only I need an excuse to. I want to take full advantage of my EA Access trial, and I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna stream on Mixer. I'm gonna put on my L helmet, which is my son's New York Jets helmet. And I'm willing to play, whether it be any of you guys. Merc, hurry up and get a fucking Xbox.
Well, I do got one. It just got confiscated from Fortnite with my son abducting it.
Wait, what team do you play with?
Believe it or not, me. I play with just. I can't play, even though the Patriots are my favorite team. I can't play with them because their playbook is complicated as hell. And
Brady throwing passes.
Yeah, so the thing is, I have to. I would probably play with like the freaking Raiders or the Rams or something like that.
I play with the Steelers a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a Dolphin fan.
Usually when
I'm
I
a
do
Dolphin
play.
fan, but I play with the Steelers.
I play the Giants all the time.
Yeah.
But Jess, do you play it often?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Well, I played 1 week.
I played last year.
I played a lot of it. I played a lot of the year before. The Giants sucked. I didn't want to play anymore. So I traded that in after a week. I was like, "Fuck this! I'm not
If
playing."
you were a Dolphin fan like me,
you would never buy Madden.
Madden.
Yeah, you would never buy Madden. Yeah, like I'm just not. If my team is just like sucking, I didn't want anything to do with football. I was like, I'm done.
I get it.
Hockey. So yeah, no, I play Madden, but yeah, it's I don't know. I haven't really looked into too much of Madden 19 or what's different this year. And
ain't shit different. They just got a bright ass color.
Yeah,
like. This is what
I didn't know too much that they did this year.
But this is what we're gonna do. I got a couple of things streamed because I need to like I finally I was able to sell my my second Xbox and my PlayStation to replace my monitor, so that's why we're good to go now. However, I need to get my Mixer popping, so we're gonna do this Madden giveaway on Mixer. We're gonna stream. Hopefully I can run into another casual. I don't want to play nobody that's fucking gonna body me off the rip. This needs to be like an entertaining game. But if you show up, watch on Mixer, just show yourself in the chat. Follow me on Mixer at IamKidSmooth, and you'll get somebody's gonna win. If I'm gonna lose because just Madden's not my shit.
But what happens if you win, though?
If I win, then shit, I'm happy. I mean, I don't have to give away.
Nobody wins the game, though.
No, but they can't.
I was gonna ask you, do you plan to do this on launch day?
No, I plan to do this shit in the next 24 hours.
Oh,
yeah, the trial is out, so that's why I want to play it while the shit is in trial. And then
I'll be there to watch you to support it. Definitely. I thought you were gonna do this at launch because I was gonna say I'll play you at launch, but I don't. Yeah,
I'm not buying that shit early. TO edition.
Oh yeah, and then we got I want to try to do like some sort of stream so I can like I'm trying to get one of those freaking Avers AVR cards.
Avers Media.
Avers Media. I need one of those because the thing is, right? I want one before Spider-Man comes out and before the rest of the games come out for the rest of the year because I'm not doing anything in 1080p anymore.
I mean, it's pointless when next gen around the corner.
The thing is that because if I have to plug it into the Elgato, I can't get it in 4K or 1440. I just have to do the 1080p. Like, so it's like, that's why I don't stream games, brand new games, especially if they're supported with the enhanced consoles. Like, day one, I don't want to because then I'm not being able to get to see it the best way it looks. Like, I have
first world problems, man.
So I want to be able to, the only way I can do that if I have that Avers card where I don't care to stream in 4K. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to at least stream, but at least still get my 4K feedback. You know?
That card does HDR too. Captures HDR. Cool. The Elgato 4K card doesn't.
So I'm gonna be doing a stream to try to raise some money on that shit. So honestly, hopefully, I gotta stream more often. I'm gonna try to do this in 6 weeks. So I have to stream like a lot and get a lot of views to do that. So
that Bloodborne expansion, man.
Oh man.
So
they're not gonna let that go. They're not gonna let that go.
No.
All right, so let's get into some of the topics. So the June NPDs just came through. With PlayStation sort of winning. I think NES Classic was the actual top selling console. And then PlayStation, I think, made the most money as far as like hardware like sales. It generate the most money because the NES Classic is cheaper, obviously. It's like what, $100 or some shit like that? Or
56 $60 bucks.
$60
$60, the price of a controller.
Damn, all right then. So PlayStation won money-wise, revenue-wise, in unit sales, the NES Classic won. I don't know what the Xbox One and the Switch did because they just said they both like doubled their profit margin or some shit like that. Anybody look at that?
I think Xbox came in last.
Xbox came in last and Switch came in second.
Or third.
Matt Piscatella put it on his Twitter.
Yeah, third place. I won't say third place. They came in third.
And then like he got like
a bunch of DMs.
I guess attacked, or DMs, and then he's like, "All right, so the PlayStation was the #1 selling console over 100 for consoles over $100."
Yeah. He had to say that because people didn't like that. That's crazy, you know.
NES Classic was #1, but
that's crazy.
Why wouldn't we think that a $60 retro console wouldn't sell? It's in stock.
No, but
they put the Super Nintendo one, it's gonna sell.
My thing is, it's the reaction. Who does that? It was like, no, you need to say the current gen console. You better say PlayStation 1. Like that's the reaction. Like I don't understand. I feel like console wars, these sales is really consuming people to the max. And the thing is, and this is why I hate getting criticized by a lot of people on the internet because I look at things of why people criticize me, and then I look at the times, like, for example, if you dedicate your time to want to sit back and listen to bad Xbox news or people criticize Xbox or people call out Xbox fanboys, if that's what your daily routine is on YouTube and Twitter, something's wrong with you. That's crazy. And I'm like, sometimes I feel like I lose my temper. Yeah, I get triggered here and there, but then I sit back and I'm like, I don't need to because some of these people are crazy. I'm sorry to make it seem like that, but on the software side, also. God of War repeated at number 2. I don't know what was the. I thought did Octopath come out?
Mario Aces.
Yeah, Mario. It was a new one.
God of War was 2 since.
God of War was 2
since April.
All right, so no, it was 1, 2, 2 now. So
1, 2, 2.
Yeah, so
but it's been up there.
Mario
and Detroit was 10, and the one. Well, anyway, again.
Is the top 20 released somewhere? What are you going to say, huh? What are you going to say? What are you going to say, Jess?
Data K2 came in at a good old 2-0.
Oh, it's still in the top 20?
from 1.
Okay, that's fine. It's still in the top 20. Somebody said it was gonna chart. So, like, I mean, hey, it's top 20. Like,
Hey, man.
is PUBG still in the top 20?
Oh, where would PUBG go?
Oh no.
I gotta say, I had the article up.
All right, so let's say software sales June.
I mean,
2018.
Hey,
all
see
all
if
three
these
of
have
the-
5 million players though.
Yeah. I alluded that to how many people use a bathroom stall on a rest stop for 5 months.
Yeah, all three of the console manufacturers, they're making money.
Yeah, they're making
doing
money.
I mean,
Everybody's doing well.
Staying in K2 to the top. I mean, that's like I'm surprised. You know what I mean?
Considering the budget of the game and the cost of the game, the fact that it's still 20 is actually probably a pretty positive thing considering.
That's a good thing for
You
it
know?
to be so inexpensive.
For sure.
That's
Crash
a really good thing.
Bandicoot landed in at number 9. Yeah, why is Vampire
Was
landed
18,
at number 18. Oh, it debuted at number 18. Okay, and that's digital. And I think that's no digital sales were included for
Yeah,
Vampire?
someone said that the Nintendo sales, like
Nintendo didn't-
it doesn't include
They
digital.
didn't include digital, right?
Yeah, all the Nintendo games are all just physical.
Yeah, but why doesn't Vampire include digital even though it was available digital on all the platforms?
I don't know.
That's weird.
But I did Nintendo games. So Aces being number 1 is pretty big. That's all physical. That's not including the digital sales. But Nintendo's digital world. Nerdy, yeah, it was NES Classic, PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox.
So they put the classic in a category of systems or
Yeah, they put it
software?
as the systems. But if you
Okay.
look at the
It makes sense
total
why they did.
revenue of consoles, like whatever, it was the PlayStation 4. If you look at current gen, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, because at $60, I mean, they would have to sell like 5 times the amount of PlayStation in order for it to.
I remember,
Oh,
when the Nintendo 3DS had one. It was, and Xbox was second to the 3DS. When we were saying Xbox One NPD, that when people didn't want to give it credit, they said no, the 3DS because I just remember. I just remember that. I just say a lot of people don't like when I bring stuff like that up. They think I'm damage controlling or but that's exactly what happened. Remember? Do you remember what month that was? Remember where the 3DS was like the top selling like piece of hardware that one month, but Xbox One was, as far as the consoles, was the best selling. But when we highlighted the NPDs for the Xbox One, everybody came back with no, the 3DS one. And I'm like, well, it's not a fucking console.
That was
but,
this year. I believe that was this year, right, Smoke?
it wasn't this year. It was like late last year.
It was back when the S, I think, came
It was
out.
back. It was back when it went on that 4-month stretch. They didn't want to
Yeah,
count.
it was the S.
It was
When the S came out.
no. It wasn't. It was July. It was that July. It was before, the month right before the S came out. Remember
We
how?
really spending like 10 minutes talking about
No.
this?
Remember the OG, when that, it was like the last month, the OG Xbox before the S was, because the S came out in intervals. Remember that? It was, they won July. The Xbox One won July, and then it went on to do August, September, and October with the S. Yeah. So I think in July, the 3DS technically was the highest selling hardware, but the Xbox One for current gen consoles was the number 1, but nobody wanted to give it credit because of the 3DS. So technically, if I wanted to be a dickhead and like rain on everybody, PlayStation 1 NPD, I could be like, well, technically, the classic, the PlayStation lost to the classic. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck how much it costs.
Technically, that's Xbox in 4th rather than.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I mean, at that point, it's just like, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. I was like, Nintendo technically won. I mean, they got like all these fucking products, and it'd be
Just wait till that $100 Xbox streaming box comes out. You'll see.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, they gonna lose. Nope. They won't lose not one damn NPD.
Did you guys see those?
The one I have to say is that this was the first month. Well, one of the months that the X was the lowest it's been at $350 during E3 sale. So June was kind of, both of them went head to head with Sony dropped it to $350 for its Pro and had the custom blue console.
Yo, the X never went down to $350, dude.
No, it went to 400. It went to 450.
$450. $50
$450.
$450 they went to the lowest it's been, and then they had a $199 Xbox 500 gigabyte S, and then they had a 350 or $300 1 terabyte Xbox One S. So they had a pretty aggressive sale. You know, it was and I saw on their post like it was the lowest the X has ever been. And
$50 never go on sale.
They said it was the lowest. The
of
X
course, it never been on sale.
That's because 80% of the install base don't give two shits about the X or the Pro.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to say. It's like the X is really not. I don't think it's really.
No, mid-generation consoles was a fail in itself.
But last year, Xbox wasn't doing that well because everybody was waiting for the X, and now the X is here, and they're still not doing.
That's the price point, man. It comes down to price.
Man, I think
price controls people's behavior. I mean, look at how much price control people's behavior. Look at what's happened at the start of the gen. PS4 was $100 cheaper.
I think the Switch at $300 is still a lot.
I think the Switch is too much. Yeah,
I've said that almost from the beginning. For what it is, I think $300 is too much.
Yeah, I think
priced it at $249.
They had no sale, and that shit still was like it still sold.
But just imagine when they finally get that thing down to one. Quickly to fly off shelves.
The thing I believe is that between
it's still like $200.
The Switch is never going to go down in price.
Between PlayStation, and their games aren't going to go on sale either.
That price.
And they put the Wii U on sale when the Switch came out. Like they refused to lower the price on the Wii U.
The price of the 3DSs, they're still like $200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be $300 until the next generation comes out.
The Switch came out and they lowered the price $50 on the Wii U. I'm like, Jesus.
And that Wii U never went on sale either. Like that thing just had bundles. They just threw a game or two.
The games were never went.
And they rarely did bundles too. Rarely.
Yeah. They rarely did it. So,
I don't know. That's why Nintendo doesn't lose money on any of their platforms. They're the only ones.
Technically, if you want to get 100, if the Switch keeps selling the way it does, it's going to end up outselling the PS4.
I don't think so.
It's already it's already selling just as much as it does yearly.
Yeah, but it'll have to. See, the thing is too is that it hasn't
even had 2 holiday sales.
Yeah. Well, I think it's gonna definitely. Well, it's at 19 million, right?
Look at that. It's probably around 20 million from one holiday sale. It's at 20 million.
Still think it's the weakest.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I can't stand it.
It doesn't matter.
I'm not talking about when I say weakest. I'm not talking about power. I'm just talking about just attraction.
Imagine when they start dropping Pokemon and stuff like that, dude. Like it's gonna double its units, especially if they drop the 3DS.
Yeah, and but dropping their games, and who's not dropping their games?
But I would say by the time they're
gonna go like that.
By the time their Pokemon game
that thing
comes out,
Smash is going smash in the fall.
Crazy.
By the time it comes out at the end of the year, Pokemon comes at the end of the year next year, we'll already know about PS5 and Scarlett. So will it really matter if it outsells either X or Xbox One or the PS4? Because the next gen is coming. So then they know they can't compete with the next gen. So
I mean, technically, the Switch is competing with next gen. I mean, the Switch, like the Wii U is the competition for the Xbox One.
Yeah, that is
right. The Switch is a replacement to fix that disaster.
You can't just say it's a replacement. They took that they lost that whole generation.
Of course. They came out with that thing because they knew with the Wii U, that's it. They were dead in the water. It was super clear.
I think the thing is about the consoles, like with these consoles. So I think Nintendo and Sony do a better job at positioning their consoles to sell. Yeah. Even though Microsoft do a good job, I feel like what Microsoft does a good job at is selling stuff to Xbox users. I feel like they do a good job at doing that. Like
all it would take is Nintendo not doing the 3DS stuff anymore, and then with the moment they drop a Pokemon, they're gonna go up like crazy in sales.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bambino 2515. He's watching through Mixer. He says Pokemon will take over everything at the end of the year because they're dropping a Pokemon this year, right? Or no?
The Pokemon Go,
not the full-fledged Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
The Go with the Pokemon game is next year.
The thing is, Life and Time podcast, like they don't care. Like they still selling blockbusters. Like they do not care what their system runs. They just don't.
No, they don't. I agree.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's a cool gadget, but that fun factor of it, I just feel like it loses that. It loses that pretty quickly.
Look at the indie scene alone on that shit. It sells like quadruple what it sells on the other platforms.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, it's going to get to the point where people are going to just start solely developing for the Switch when it comes to indies and not even developing for the other two.
Yeah, 20 million. That's a start, right? Yeah. They're definitely going to start doing it.
I mean, I think that you're going to see some. I think what makes the Switch good is the exclusives. That's what make it a really good system.
I didn't say that the PS4 was. See, look at this, man. I said if the Switch keeps up its momentum on how much it sold, that it. The statistics came out that like what the in damn, there was a tweet that said
he's saying that by the time the Switch is selling, like the PS4 will be so low on price, like it hasn't reached its ceiling yet, you know, because I kind of feel like the Switch really. I don't think.
I think the moment. See, look, the Switch isn't going nowhere, and what's gonna happen is they're gonna go to the next gen, and the Switch is gonna stay exactly where it's at.
I predict that thing is going to
sell. The moment they announce the PS5, the PS4 sales are going to start going down.
Yeah, they will. But by that time, they're going to drop the base PS4 to $199.
Yeah, and if they say that your games are going to continue, like then people will just keep buying it. Like,
people keep buying it.
Because you got to think how long they're going to.
If they announce that the PS5 is coming out in 2020 next year at E3, I'm sorry, like. The sales will start to go. No one's gonna go. No one in their rightful mind that keeps up with gaming is going to go out and buy a PS4 when 5 is not even a year away.
No, they'll be smart though if they announce the 5 and go, all your consoles are $100 off or something like
casuals,
that.
Man.
If they do that,
the casual really would dictate the market. So I don't know.
Well, yeah.
They drop that thing to $199. It's gonna sell.
Well, here's the 5 and all our consoles that are out there now, $100 off.
And I've said this before. The only reason why, and this is just another indicator that I just don't think next gen is next year, is look at the price of the consoles right now. Like they still haven't hit that magical. Like it's still hasn't held that $249 price point. That's when you know, like, all right, next gen is like right there. Like it's right there, and it's not. I think it's $400. It's still $500.
I just think it's funny that people.
It's gonna be wild for that.
Like, I'm with that, dude. I don't really be fucking with that Switch either. I have one, but it literally won like almost a whole year in NPDs. It just recently started losing NPDs.
Yeah, last year it won.
But you know, it is a new system for Nintendo. I would expect it to do well. You know, it's their new iteration.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that, because I said that about the X, and I got jumped all the fuck up on Twitter. Let's move on. I don't want to talk about hardware sales.
It is what it is.
I like the X. They just got to drop that price, bro. They got to drop
that. X has to drop. It's just the whole
500 ain't doing them no favors.
With that sale that they had, with the positive kind of going along with the whole Fortnite thing, momentum they had after E3 with play this and the Fortnite and people not liking Sony, that's a positive publicity with that. With them like dropping the X in the price and then kind of committing to games, saying that they're the future, they had a lot of momentum in June, and it still didn't amount to whole beans.
All right, hold on, guys. I got a lengthy question from O Snake on Mixer. I know it's kind of like, but I just don't want to lose
the
it.
Switch and the Wii are two entirely different things. Stop acting like they not.
All right. So Old Snake on Mixer says, Can Scarlett be better than the One X, or would Scarlett be on the same level? What can Scarlett do to confirm purchases and blow it out of the water?
Scarlett's doing.
You made a video named will Scarlett be better than PlayStation 5 or blowing out the water or some shit like that? Hey!
I said in that video, it depends on what the launch titles are and when it comes out, and that's all we know. That's the
no. But I think what he meant is
he's asking
power-wise. All right, so what I think is that Scarlett, I think is going to be more powerful than the One X on two levels. I think the GPU is going to get a minor boost because I think the Xbox One X GPU is already prepared for next gen. It's the Scarlett CPU is what's really going to take it like to the next level where it will blow it out.
My problem with the direction they're going is, let's say they do increase the CPU to a point where they can start doing more computing.
Yeah.
But they still got to make games for the X.
That's why they've been working on this universal Windows platform for like quite a while. That's one thing.
Albert Pinello, before he left, he backpedaled from the whole thing that there isn't going to be any more generations anymore. I don't know if you guys remember that.
But I remember.
He said that and they fired him.
Because I'm telling you, like, I see huge issues if they have that mentality. Huge.
The minute next gen happens, all third parties abandoning the X and the S. Everybody's
talked about it at friggin' E3. He's like, yeah, we're making a new console and not stream. Like, he basically said it. Like,
he's prepping you. He's prepping you.
It's like a phone. It's like the S8, the S9, the S10.
So, Addict, you think Scarlett's just gonna be on like Xbox One level? Because do you think Scarlett's just gonna be on Xbox One level since they're tied down to the Xbox One to make games?
I was saying that if they kept that mentality that they had to where we're not leaving any of the consoles behind, that's an issue. Like,
it's not an issue. You know why?
They gotta leave that thing behind.
It's not an issue because at the end of the day, me and you got two different PCs, don't we? At two different power levels, right?
Yep.
Okay, your point.
If and you buy the same game, they both got to run, right?
Okay. First off, games like that can't even run on my console, my PC.
But it can run. It probably won't run as you would like, but it runs.
Kid, let's be real here.
I'm being real, and that's how it works.
Hold up.
Sea of Thieves can work when
Hold up, let me talk. First off, they're doing this streaming thing, so they got to have some kind of mindset behind developing games for the streaming.
Oh my God! You know,
second off, they're doing the Xbox One X.
And don't forget touchscreen. Addict, they got touchscreen they got to worry about.
Okay, whatever, touchscreen. Third off, they're doing the next generation too, so they have to develop for that bastard. Then they have to develop for the Windows 10. I'm sorry, they do.
I'm sorry, they don't have to. Listen, hold on. I'm sorry, Merc.
There's an easy solve.
I'm sorry.
There's an easy solve.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Merc, I'm sorry, but you don't develop games for a streaming platform.
They're gonna have to do something.
No, that's not a development.
So you mean to tell me they're just gonna put the game that's on the X and put it on the streaming?
Yes,
and it runs perfectly fine. I highly doubt it.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's not, they're not gonna develop a game for it. Oh, it's a stream. It's streaming exclusive.
I'm saying it's going.
Hey, this is easy. Listen, this is easy.
Exclusive. Don't stall it.
You know how they're gonna like not really abandon your console? Instead of you buying the $150 streaming box, they're gonna tell you that your X and your S, like you're essentially already in the next generation via the streaming service. The end.
Yeah,
that will boost sales of the next generation.
Dude, what I'm trying to say is the streaming when they're making. There's no porting to the streaming box. The streaming box is just going to play the games that's already there. Just that you're just streaming them. You're not.
But if
it's not developed.
It's on a phone. They're going to make sure it has to work with touchscreen.
Right.
Okay. Because that's where they want the streaming stuff. It's not just the streaming box. They want to go on the phone.
Yeah, that's fine. But I don't like.
They already have it with the mixer streaming thing. They got the mobile kind of control my game through a phone. They are. And I agree with Addict. I don't know where Addict went, but
he's left because he's fucking upset because I laughed.
Addict. I totally agree with him in the fact that they're already talking too much. They're talking too much. It's going to be too confusing. And if they don't talk about streaming in a different entity and combine that with Scarlett launching, it is going to be 2013 revisited. Oh, you're streaming games over here. Oh, we work over here, but you get them on PC. But wait, Scarlett does this. This one does this. Oh, and you get your game. It's like two people can stream it at the same time.
I'll tell you what, though.
Hey, yo, man.
They're gonna stagger those two announcements. They're not gonna make those announcements at the same time.
And Sony will be like, and this is how you play games, and everybody's like, yay! And then Microsoft will take their streaming.
Their first sometime, if they're gonna launch in the fall of 2020, sometime in the summer of 2020, they'll launch the streaming service, and then they'll have a full-fledged console launch at the end of 2020.
If they keep the game and they substantially upgrade the CPU to whatever the hell the next Xbox is called, and they make games that's heavily bound on CPU, how would it run on the X then?
It runs at I don't know. It'll be a compromised version, just like yeah.
I don't think it's the same because right now they're making games on the ladder. They're making games back on the Xbox One and upscaling it. At that point, they're going to be doing it the other way around. Because how are you going to make something for the next Xbox that takes advantage of that? It's the issue we're having right now with the X. They can't do a whole lot with the X because they have to make sure it runs on the X.
Do you think Forza Horizon 4 was built for the ground up for the X or for the S?
Yes.
No. When they introduced the X development kits, it was meant for them to ramp all the way up and then scale down to platform. That's what it was. How they got it set up.
Just keep scaling it down.
It was just scale down. It's not about scaling up. It's just to scale down, and whatever the limits of the X is or the S is, and it is what it is. It's either not going to come out.
But what Addict's saying is they got to make the game for that scalability. That's the problem. If you're coming out with a brand new hardware, you just want to make it for that hardware. You don't have to make it with the scalability.
Well, it's going to be an issue because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is the PS5 is going to be making PS5 games, and they're going to be taking advantage of that solely system that they have. When the Xbox has to do 3-4 different variations,
they got to leave it behind.
And the PC has to do like 12 cards.
Okay, but oh my god!
I mean, it's the truth.
They gotta leave the Xbox.
It happens
at home.
It exists right now.
Hey, they're going to abandon the X and the S. It's gonna happen.
The X would be the last thing because the thing is, the X is not even fucking like potential hasn't even be revealed yet. That shit is like.
Look, all I'm saying,
untapped potential.
All I'm saying that the X comes out, whatever the fuck the X2 comes out, and the PS5 comes out, and the PS5 has games solely made for PS5, and the difference between design choice and how the game looks and how the game plays is so substantially different because they're not making games for the PS4 Pro. It's going to matter.
Mm-hmm. That's why they better get their message damn straight, because if they start talking bullshit clouds and streaming, people are going to go, yo, we just saw it last week. And that was kind of opened up my eyes, because last week when Merck was talking about like, yo, we're going to be 100% streaming, how many people in the comments are like, nuclear sub? And like people just all of a sudden just went crazy. Like, I don't have good internet. Those are the same. It's still going to, like, when you talk about completely dedicated internet and stuff like that, and Microsoft just starts talking that stuff, they're going to get the same revisiting issues that they got with 2013. Too complicated.
I don't mind they're making the Windows thing and the next Xbox, but when you start putting in the equation, if they want to keep the Xbox One X relevant, which everyone in the comment section, guess what they did with the Xbox 360 and Xbox One? There were games still on the Xbox 360 for like 2 years after that shit came out. They were making games for both systems.
Yeah, because third parties still got to make money.
Well, see, at the end of the day, they're still going to do that. So the X is still going to be relevant.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm saying if they don't make games exclusive for the next gen Xbox, it's gonna be a problem.
They have.
You know what?
They have to.
I agree with that.
The third party probably. I don't think
ESRAM bullshit with them. They can't be bringing that with them.
I mean, right now
the ESRAM is not in the X though. So
it's in the S though.
It's not in the X though.
It's still in the S.
It's not in the X.
What's in the
one
S?
family? ESRAM.
Oh yeah.
Family.
Yeah.
The only thing I can see them doing is, you know, when it comes to the S, is they put that streaming service on an app where you can use that. That's the only thing I can think of.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't want them to be 100% focused on this streaming service either. We'll have to see, because, you know, people over there seem to be really confident in whatever the hell they're doing. I'm not going to make too much of comments over the streaming service, because ain't nobody, like, you know, besides the NVIDIA thing, you know, no one in that cloud computing to that extent ever got in that field.
And they say it's different, so we'll have to see, you know.
Yeah, I mean, because y'all already writing into conclusions, so I mean, hey,
it's not writing in conclusions. It's what we see.
Look, Jez already said he already wrote off. This is 2013 again already. Like 2 years from now, it's 2013.
I don't think it's that far.
I'm telling you, if they not the streaming, but if they talk too much and it sounds too complicated, well, what their next generation is, it is going to be. They are going to lose people, because Sony is going to keep it simple. Here's the 5. Your games work. Move on. Games. And Microsoft's going to be talking streaming, PC, over here, and it's going to be too complicated. They got to spread out their message.
They wouldn't do all that at one event. They would
all they got is one event so far.
Well, no, there's plenty of events that they're there. They just don't announce shit at. There's text demos that they can announce the cloud and compute at.
In fact, they'll announce streaming probably maybe even next year.
I think streaming is this fall.
A year before.
I mean, not this fall, next fall. I think streaming's next fall.
Agreed. Agreed.
And
They're
I-
going to try to
E3.
keep those as separated as possible.
I don't even think E3. They're announcing the next console next year at E3.
I think they are.
Sure.
They
all. He already announced this E3.
I think it's going to be its own separate event before E3 next year.
Well, yeah. That makes sense.
Uh-oh.
I think, however,
Instead of TV, we'll get streaming.
Oh my god!
You know what the thing is? What's going to be funny is when PlayStation 5, like, here's the PlayStation 5, and here's the PlayStation 5C. One streams, one does it natively, and everybody play. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I can't wait to that happen because I know for a fact that's going to happen. I know for a fact that's going to happen. They're going to have their own, but they're not stupid.
It will be funny if Sony launches a streaming box too, though.
But why?
Well, they did with the TV, man. That PlayStation TV.
I was about to say, but why would they do that when they already have a streaming service already built?
Because their streaming service was a beta. It was a beta.
It does clearly look. You know, they are.
I mean, it's not a beta. It works. I mean,
it barely works, right? That's the buy-in.
It works. I beat a game or two with that.
No, I played plenty of games on it, but I'm saying it's the buy-in. It's the idea.
Any money in that service, my friend has.
Wasn't the first Kinect the beta to pretty much the Kinect for Xbox One?
no, it was.
It's the buy-in. It was a more advanced version. It was the more advanced version of what they really wanted to accomplish.
Right, if you say
if this Kinect was successful,
Why are we arguing about stuff we don't know?
No. If this Kinect was successful, I guarantee you there would have been a third, more crazy advanced Kinect coming.
What I do know is
didn't develop. Yeah,
first,
that makes sense.
the first Kinect was so popular it hit the Guinness Book of World Records as far as what it did. So it wasn't a beta. I don't look at it.
No,
I mean,
it was a buy-in. It sold you, so it was like, okay, we can launch another Kinect.
Well, it didn't tell me. All I'm saying
they could
is
shove it down your throat in a new system. That's what they did.
All I see, and I see what Addict is saying. Addict is what if you're playing your games from your next Scarlett going back, what convinces you to buy the next Xbox when you can play them on your S or your X?
They're not abandon that shit.
I would figure they would abandon it and just say, we're going to start from the ground up.
Look, people in the chat, I am not going against their streaming device. If that's an option, cool. I don't give two fucks about that shit. But I'm serious when it comes to this overall perspective of, the next console and this console. Mm-hmm. Like, I hope that you guys are right and they're abandoning that mentality that they're keeping that family together. If you want my honest opinion, the next Xbox isn't going to have Xbox One in its name.
I definitely agree
for sure.
It's definitely called Xbox.
They want to get away from that
it's gonna be
name.
called that.
They're gonna get away from that name.
They want to get away from that Xbox One name quick in a hurry. I agree with that.
And you know what? Think about it. If there wasn't gonna be generations, they made it a point to call it Xbox One X.
Hold this time out.
Family of devices. You know what I mean? Like if that's the case, like what more do you want that there will be generations? You know what I mean? Even though Microsoft says otherwise.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I see the finest talking about PlayStation Now. The one thing I want to point out with the PlayStation Now thing is this: they gave what was it for the PlayStation Now games? They gave XCOM 2 now, and they also gave XCOM 2 as a PlayStation Plus game. So they're already kind of taking the streams between a streaming game and a game that you own natively. So I think they're already building that kind of library so they could say like, hey, games that you have on PlayStation Plus, you could stream them now on PlayStation Now because they're getting ready for that downloading native stuff like Game Pass. I'm telling you,
I don't think that
doing that.
Yeah, but you're going to do PlayStation 4 games, so that's
part
of
of me
like
thinks they have to rebuild that whole.
They're adding a lot of PlayStation 4 games.
Part of me thinks they have to rebuild that whole infrastructure to do that.
That's why they're going to do it with the PlayStation 5C.
No, you know what they need? They need better things. Right now, they were streaming those PlayStation 3 games off of like PlayStation 3 chips or whatever, like similar to like what they were saying. It was like a motherboard with like a bunch of chips on it. The 4 though is built for streaming, so if they could get everything on 4s.
Let me ask you a
look better.
I got a question. I got a real quick question. Did any of you hear? Because I know I did. Any of you hear when Gaikai was a thing? Did any of you try Gaikai?
No.
I did.
I did on live.
I did. Well, that's what I'm talking about. The on live system, like it worked. It never had any problems. It worked. And so I don't think they didn't need to rebuild They don't have to rebuild. The problem is that with that service, they didn't have exclusive
GeForce Now is good.
I feel like right now, with the way that EA Access took off, and then Game Pass afterwards. I feel like if it was something like a Switch, they'd have done it by now.
Yeah.
Who, Microsoft or Sony? You talking about?
I feel like they would have done it.
Oh
by
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Especially when they launched when they launched now, and it was getting kind of mixed receptions, and then EA Access come out and it blew the fuck up on the Xbox platform. I feel like if they could have, they're like, okay, you don't have to download it you don't have to stream it no more. You can download it. I 100% think they would have.
But I don't know how big EA Access.
Sony really didn't put. I don't think Sony did a lot with PlayStation Now until Game Pass.
What's funny is when it comes to the the PlayStation brand, they get games right and they get the console right. Well, they had PlayStation Now, which isn't doing the greatest. PlayStation TV, which isn't doing the greatest. They had the PlayStation Now that was on the TVs that they abandoned. Yes. The Vita they abandoned.
But I think it's like that with services, depending on what they are, because you could say the same thing on any platform.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like people only like to highlight they like to highlight the fucked up shit that Microsoft does, but no one says anything about
that PlayStation TV was a failure.
Yeah, PlayStation View. How about PlayStation View?
PlayStation View it's actually one of the. It's not. It's one.
Remember they shut down PlayStation Home.
Well, PlayStation View is one of the better services when you compare them to. I've used it.
Better services to what? They ain't got no fucking channels, dog. Like it's better than basic cable, probably.
It's better. No, there's Hulu TV, there's YouTube TV, there's PlayStation View, there's Direct TV Now,
Sling TV.
I've used them all. Sling TV. Sling TV is I could
Sling
get.
TV is better because it has all the channels PlayStation doesn't.
No, Sling TV is actually no.
I've used Sling TV for a couple years.
I saw the feature set on PlayStation View was real cool. I never subscribed to it.
I'm sure because the way PlayStation is
$60, you get unlimited DVD.
Didn't they just
people to watch
didn't they just lose Vico, whatever they're called?
Viacom doesn't. Viacom. No, they don't have Viacom.
It's over. I worked for Dish Network. That is huge. That's a game changer.
What, Viacom?
People they own half the fucking.
Viacom has Comedy Central, MTV, stuff like that.
No, they got AMC as well.
You'd be surprised how many people.
No, View has AMC.
You'd be surprised how many people I canceled services over fucking MTV. Okay.
Yeah. And Hulu TV doesn't have.
No, if they ever lose AMC, it's rap.
No, they have AMC. That's why I went to them because
that's
Hulu
right. If
TV
they ever
didn't
lose
have
AMC, it's a wrap. It's game over.
And YouTube TV doesn't. I don't think YouTube TV has AMC, but yeah, PlayStation View is not that bad. They just went up $5. It's not that bad. It's not.
It goes up every year.
Well, it's TV stuff. It's all TV bullshit.
And that's the thing I look at. Like, people are buying these consoles for games. Gaming is first always. If your gaming is first, that's what's going to be. All these other things we're talking about, they're sidebar things. I mean, compared to gaming, we don't know how well they're doing compared to the gaming. So I think the gaming, that's why you see
it's bonuses. Right?
Yeah, it's all bonuses.
Gaming
like most of that
Sony,
stuff,
man.
Most of that stuff that we're talking about, I really don't care less. I just care if I get good games or not. Like, so if you give me a streaming box and my games work on it well, so be it. But I just don't think that's right now is going to be the predominant way to play games.
And 2 years, Sony gaming is the bread and butter, man.
In 10 years, 15 years, maybe.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you're gonna want to stream those games. Like, Microsoft needs to be making games that you're gonna want to play. And my biggest problem is everybody says they're building for the future, but they should be putting games out now that we want sequels to in the future. Like, that's the thing. We don't have games now.
Well, you won't get it because it's the end of the console's life.
What they need to do is they need to make this system, this streaming system, that is already assumed that as long as they have an option, as long as they have a traditional system, they can make this to be like, if you have a good internet connection and you just want to stream the games, this is an option. But if you don't want to go this direction, we have whatever the fuck the next Xbox is called. Isn't it sad we have no clue what the next Xbox that you could even remotely be called? Yeah. Because we
didn't know the X's name until a year ago. Like,
no, but I agree with you, Addict. I think that's the way they need to go. Here's one. Here's your basic console as it is, and here's your streaming box.
And so here's the thing, like, if they go that direction, and it's got really positive feedbacks in people with great internet service, they can start scaling it back. Have internal tests, see what they can get away with, see what they can't get away with, and then before you know it, when streaming does become a thing, they've been in this damn industry for 6 years in streaming games.
I agree.
All right.
because I will say this thing: if Sony doesn't really try to figure out that streaming platform, eventually they're gonna fall behind because that's where we're going. And once we hit there, if you ain't there, you're done.
Yeah, but they gotta fix it. But they got 650 games in there.
They
They got the library in there. If they have to fix it, just make it run better. Microsoft is
they're
like,
having
what
the
are they
same
starting
issue.
with?
They're having the same issues that everyone's having with right
I
now.
know.
Right.
So Microsoft does something different. That's what they need to do if they're doing something different. But the thing
we'll have
is
to
that
see. We'll have to
Sony,
see.
if they just flip a switch and you can start downloading these games, they got tons of friggin' games in there.
I don't think that's an option for them. I'm telling you, they would have done that by now,
They're
especially
doing in September. They might do native downloading.
PS4.
Yeah, PS4 games. It won't be
To start. Like,
Well, I mean, I'll give you that. It is a
and
start.
what they've
I'll
been
give you
doing
that.
is taking their PlayStation 3 games and putting the remasters and updating them to the PlayStation 4 versions to prep for this. So I've been seeing that. Like, they have a list every month, and they go PlayStation 3 games turning to PlayStation 4 games, and they take like what is it? What was the Heavy Rain? Like, they took Heavy Rain. The PlayStation 3 version was in there, and they just made it the PlayStation 4 version.
That's smart.
They're prepping. They do it every month. They have PlayStation 3s updated PlayStation 4. PlayStation 2 games.
And what's funny
natively
is
too. The PlayStation,
what's funny is the fact that they even got into PlayStation now means that is a goal.
Yeah,
Down the line. So like
It
people
is.
over here in this comment section that think that they'll never get into streaming, you're playing yourself because they're already into it.
Yeah, you've been doing it for a while.
Yep.
It's just to have a dedicated console that just does that. That is going to be something that's
I think it's going to be an app. I think it just. would be
Hey,
better
just
as an app.
remember, Blockbuster went out of business. Why? Netflix.
nobody wants to go to Blockbuster to see those creepy employees.
Now, watch this, because a lot of people are like, "Oh no, streaming, you're gonna lose quality." The best way you can watch a movie now is Blu-ray, right? A UHD Blu-ray, right?
No, I
How's
can see
that?
it in 4K.
How's that doing compared to streaming right now?
Right. Yeah, streaming
Yeah,
is
it's not doing great.
Like, it's cool. You can have the coolest shit ever. You can watch that shit in whatever quality you want, but DVD still G stomping all that shit. So,
It's true.
All right, so let's try to move on because Jazz almost segued into it before we backtrack.
I did.
Yeah, because it's like if you mentioned investing into the future, and there's this big blowout article came out about PlayGround hiring all sorts
this
of
is
people.
what I want to talk about.
All sorts of people. These people at PlayGround Games, they're building their second studio, working on this big major RPG. What could that be? But they're hiring people from what is it? Rockstar,
You know what I'd laugh my
Ninja
ass off
Theory,
if it came out.
Guerrilla
Fable.
Games. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think it mattered at that point. Are you guys there? Like we
Yeah, I'm here.
But yeah, like who wants to give this a crack, man? What's going on at PlayGround? What do you think? What do you think they're going to give us? With this
Addict
big
put out a
team?
whole video.
Yeah, let's.
Let's do this video. Run the tape.
Run the tape.
Well, I mean, pretty much like, a lot of people don't know this apparently, but PlayGround actually has two studios. When they bought them, they bought both of them. And the second studio has been gearing up. They're getting a lot of talent from that whole industry. A lot. They actually have some of their people are from the original Fable, which I'm gonna laugh. Like, I doubt it. Like 80 to 90% sure this game's Fable. What if this game wasn't Fable?
That's what I was saying. What happens if it's not Fable? I said on my video today, I'm like, think about this, Addict, though. If they say it's Fable, they kind of limit the scope of what they want to create because they got to kind of keep it tied with Fable, like unless they completely.
Well, they wanted to make an open world adventure game, and
Yeah.
I think if you want my honest opinion, I think one of the reasons that PlayGround was purchased by Microsoft is Microsoft used Fable to get them to do it. It's like, like you want to make something else besides Forza, and no one is willing to fund any games that you do besides Forza. If you let us buy you, we'll let you make a Fable game.
I doubt that's how that went. I think.
Well, I mean, it's awfully funny. They weren't up to sell until they wanted to make an open world adventure game, and then for some reason, Microsoft. It gets rumored that they're making a Fable game, and then 3 months later, they're bought by Microsoft.
But just think the bearing of weight. If Microsoft, think of Microsoft, right? If they say it's Fable, the weight that studio has now to try to either make that game have a tie-in to something that doesn't exist anymore. Molyneux Studio, that whole thing.
No. They can no. See, the thing about Fable, right? Because the thing ain't like Fable was like this. The first Fable is what you would say what it was the best one, right? The other two people kind of had these super mixed feelings.
Two I thought was good. One was kind of.
They don't like. The thing is, all Fable needs to be a Fable game is just to take place in Albion. That's all. They can literally change everything.
I don't think I want a darker, more Fable.
Yeah.
I don't want that light, fucking fart in people's face Fable. But we won't get into that. But I don't even think it's a remake. I think it's a sequel.
I don't think it's a sequel at all.
I think it's a sequel.
I think it's literally a mature. I think it's literally it's going to take the Fable name. It's going to take place in the Albion in a much larger.
Microsoft needs to come out and say, I can't believe how they have not confirmed.
Yo, it's gonna be Horizon and Albion. That's what it's gonna be. Either a mix between Horizon and The Witcher and in the land of Albion, in a much richer, larger version of Albion.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Fable, but they have done some twists and turns that maybe they wanted to create something like a new IP. It's an open world RPG. We're all assuming it's Fable. They have not even confirmed it. That game was leaked early. Like the speculation of it was in January. That was like the first time it's been out there, and everybody thought it was going to be announced at E3.
Look, let me share my screen.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I don't think that it's going to be that.
I don't think it's going to be Fable. I think it's going to be a brand new IP.
No, it's Fable. The people who's told me it's Fable, it's Fable. All right, now look. This right here was today. Some kind of website this week was put up called Reaver Industries Company. This dude's an actual character in Fable 2 and 3. Mm-hmm. His name is Reaver. He was the hero skill, and he actually has a business like this called in Fable 3 called Reaver Industries. It's the same icon, and it says open to public in 2020. This character would not exist if they remade the franchise.
I think that we will get a Fable, but I don't think they're making the Fable.
No, I think
I think because who's making it?
You said who was making it? I don't know who's making it.
So wait, is that a who tweeted that out?
I don't know who's making it. But I don't think
it's just a website that was brought up.
And said nobody Studios or
it's just a website that was brought up. Like I don't even think Microsoft has even they've even talked about this website. But there's too many. I mean, it could be a joke. It could be a similarity, but I just feel like as of right now, especially where that logo matches, like it's something to look at. Like it is.
I mean,
there's only two studios that can be making it. It's either PlayGround or the new studio.
The Initiative. And what are they making? Are they making an open world game or like?
I mean, the guy's heading it is the guy from Tomb Raider, right?
Yeah.
Square Enix.
Who knows?
I don't think he's making it. I don't. I think this second studio, because it just look. We all know it's been highly rumored that there. If you got people like Rand that says he's heard about Fable and
Rand also heard about the Forza Kart game, and Rand also heard about the Gears Tactics game. And what happened?
Okay, and Gears Tactics is the thing.
Forza Kart was Miami streets.
But they still did.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. You put him through the grinder right now,
no,
man.
I love Rand, but I'm just saying. We make these stories up. They talk a lot. Get to the fucking Fable, so we don't have to go.
No one in this industry announces shit because it got leaked. No one in this industry.
He said.
I bet the card ended up being Miami Street. Damn it!
I bet you if you go back and you look. I bet you if you go back and you look. Like stuff like Horizon and shit was leaked. Did Sony just come out and announce it because the game got leaked?
Oh man.
But
I don't.
You can't just start announcing shit because it gets leaked. What in that case? In that case, at E3,
the whole E3 keynote and making an RPG. Like, just say what it is. Like,
but why would they do that?
Let me ask you this question.
I mean, they did it with Rage. It got leaked, and then they announced it.
Yeah, Rage did it. Walmart
Rage did it.
Walmart leaked with
You can't
Fable.
consider anything Bethesda does because they weird as fuck.
Right. But let me ask this
But,
question.
like, I will agree with Jez. Like, I feel like I feel like him just saying that on stage was like making fun of the fact that it was already leaked. But like, I don't
Just
understand
say
why
it,
you would
though.
even bring it up. Like,
I agree with Addict there because Phil kind of like low-key kind of
He knows.
the
he
way
knows.
he kind of converted
he
it like
knows.
that.
He's not in the position to low key anything, man. He has to come out and say, "Fucking Fable, boys." Woo!
That's
But
because look, if you announce something like that, you got at least a trailer. It's gonna be bad, and then announce it with a trailer to go with.
I can see him bend down on stage and he has fucking Fable underwear being, oops, sorry, guy. Oop, there's a slide announcement. Get back out of here, man. Like, come on, just announce the game. You know, they showed Halo Reach, they didn't like they showed Halo Infinite. Like, come on, just say Fable logo on screen. Like,
But let me ask this question: like before,
See, but what's funny is the same people that made fun of Nintendo for doing it are the same people wanting them to do it.
look what they did with
They
Smash
only
Brothers.
showed a
and that friggin'
PNG.
thing.
They only showed a PNG. That's so bad. Microsoft needs to just show a PNG on Fable.
but my question is, I know when Horizon Zero Dawn, the very first time I saw it, I didn't know what that game was. Like, I never heard about it.
But my
I just-
point is when anything like that was leaked, you can't just expect them because it's leaked to be like, yo, Fable's out, man. You know, the shit was leaked. I'm sorry, but you know, it's coming out in a couple years. Like,
I do think we're getting a Fable, but I think what they're creating is a brand new IP.
No.
and I don't. And my question is, would that be something if Microsoft?
if I were to
Studios,
say that
if they had a
were
new
going-
IP?
if they were creating, I would say the chances of them creating Fable was like 99%.
90. So it's just a definite. It's just a definite.
That's
Pretty
it.
much.
You heard it here first.
I mean, it makes sense for them to create a new
Have you
Fable.
been to Dave and Buster's lately?
Oh my God,
Oh my
Jez.
God!
Frog has.
All right.
The Halo
Damn it.
announcement. Fucking, there you go.
But
I
what,
mean,
what,
arcade exclusive,
be-
baby.
It would be different if, like, you know, Microsoft's been known to be in the RPG. I mean, you needed to tell me, Jez, that they're gonna make 2 RPGs? What's
I don't
going
know,
on with this?
All I was saying, there is that one chance that this could not be Fable.
Microsoft probably can't even make 1 RPG
And
that's not
I
Fable,
know.
much less
But-
something and Fable.
And the reason why I was thinking about it, I was like, think about it. If they just say, "Hey, make an open RPG," they can make anything they want. But if they tell the studio, you got to make Fable,
What's funny
it
is
carries a lot of weight and pressure on a studio who never made an RPG before. So that's all I was saying.
but time out. It doesn't put pressure on them because that team, everybody they just hired are from mega franchises and mega RPGs.
And
and
if you
open
look
world
at that
games.
Oh, they
second
didn't make
studio,
Fable though.
if you look at that second studio, they have a lot of.
I
extra
guarantee you,
Lionhead-
They do.
I guarantee you, the people they just hired, right? They'll make a better Fable than Lionhead ever did.
Lionhead was making trash Fables. Let's be honest.
They was.
They were making.
It was smoking something. He was out there.
You know what? Let me play devil's advocate though. You think Fable still carries the same weight that
I
franchise
think a
now?
correct. I
Oh,
think a
I think-
Fable made.
You still think it does?
I think a Fable that.
I think I'm with Frog here, bro. I think I'm with
No.
Frog.
No, I
It
think.
doesn't.
No,
You know what I
think-
would want them to
Here's
do?
the thing,
Give me a
you
Halo RPG.
Here's the thing, you guys are looking at
that will be fire.
You guys, I think a Fable that is made with a more adult theme that isn't the dumb adult theme would do way better in this generation than Fable ever did then.
So basically,
I can agree with that.
so what you're basically saying is just take the Witcher 3, Zelda, and Horizon Zero Dawn, put them in a pot and mix them up, and then there's
Who the
Fable.
fuck said anything about Horizon Zero Dawn? How does that world have anything to do
No,
with
I'm
open world?
taking three different. I'm taking three different
That was the
games.
most horrible analogy I've ever seen you use.
I'm taking 3 different games that have different art styles that play a little different. I'm mixing them in the pot because
Why are you mixing those games though?
They're
What-
RPGs.
I mean, just give me something else then.
Zelda,
You tell me
like-
what you want.
So you mean to tell me I need a game that has that's centered around like an apocalyptic dinosaur machine world that you can travel anywhere you want and it's got choices and you like all
I
I
don't know.
said.
All I'm saying is I'm just taking different elements from different games.
Nah, I mean, I wouldn't do that. I just think the talent that they have,
All they
with the
need
games that they
is-
did, it's just like I expect nothing less than spectacular.
All they need
you know what I
is
mean?
the
They're-
Fable. All they need is Fable in an immersed world like The Witcher. That's all they need.
I wonder if they're building a brand new. I wonder if they're building a brand new
game
engine.
alive. Like like the world is alive in Witcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world's amazing in Witcher.
If
man.
you think about it, we haven't seen a Fable since Fable 3, like a real Fable, and that was like 2006.
No, it wasn't 2006. That was.
What makes The Witcher great is that story, man. That story.
But they could have made remasters
2010.
of the Fable game.
2009 or
like,
10.
You had done something.
Well, Blue Point
Keep it active.
They did. They remade the first. They remastered the first one. It came out like
Fable,
Fable
I
Anniversary
mean-
they did, but they didn't do it for this generation.
Well, obviously,
Yeah, they could have just to keep it going, keep the brand name going.
but I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Brand new IP.
Well,
I don't think it's
I'm
gonna
just
be.
saying that if it's Fable, like if
2010
they
was
just
the
trying to
last
take the
Fable 3.
Fable name and just say it's completely totally different, then fine. But if they are planning to try to capture what Fable was, like that's on, and that puts a lot of pressure on a group of.
I mean, what did the other Fables sell?
I mean, they sold decently if you think about
they
what the
did.
a lot of games sold decent on Xbox 360. So.
And then you got to
think
think. I feel like
I
the
want to say the second
landscaping
one was the
shift.
best one.
I know the first one was better by far, but that's just me. If you want to get technical, I think the landscaping of the overall.
You had,
What?
Hey, you muted yourself, Frog.
No, I don't see the mute. I don't see the mute on there.
If you want to get technical,
I didn't-
I think the landscape of overall
I didn't mute myself.
Okay.
games
okay.
like
No, I
that.
said Fable 2 was.
We'll never know.
He got the face like he said dog shit. That's what.
Did you say dog shit or did you say amazing? I can't read his lips. What did he say?
I think the overall,
I was answering his question.
You know what though? I still say. I mean, I know I had to go be hyped, but like Smooth, you'll be hyped for a new Fable.
It depends on what they
You're
show
right.
me. It depends on what they show me. If they show me what I want to see, this is what gets me hyped, right? If you show me,
how about if I tell you it's a Halo RPG? You're
that
gonna be
wouldn't
hyped
get
for that.
that wouldn't get me hyped. I would like to see. I would like to see it. I like to see it done, but it's not something that I'm craving. You know what I mean? Because all I'm gonna hear, Halo again, the first one. I'm like, all right, that's the type of fucking replies I have to get. But if they show me something graphically stunning and something mature,
oh my god! If Moves did not just say Playground working on Record 2.
if they show me something,
God.
if they show me something graphically amazing,
No, man. No.
if they show me
All
something,
I'm saying is I really think, especially I think the landscape's different than it was when Fable 3 came out. I think people are more open to those kind of games now because of games like The Witcher that made that kind of genre blow up. And Witcher's on its own different level with that. That third-person action adventure, back-angled camera. I don't think back then, there wasn't a lot of those kind of games, especially Fable. Fable has that, that good and that morale system that you to this day you don't even see.
oh, by the way, Microsoft just acquired PUBG Corp.
What?
Nah.
Yeah,
You serious?
I'm dead serious.
Nah, you're not.
No, dead
You
serious. Yeah.
Hold up.
Check Twitter.
Nah.
Check Twitter.
Joking.
That's live right now on the show that happened.
No, right up. Breaking
Hey.
news.
Hey, Loki, I think Smooth trolling me right
Put
now.
it in
Hold
the
on.
message. Stop talking shit. Put it in the messages.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. There's it.
Hold on. You putting it in the Discord chat?
I'm putting the link in the chat.
All right. In which chat? Twitter or? Ah, I knew it, bro. I knew it.
The chat think you were being serious. I was about to say, man, my phone would be going the fuck off if that happened.
My bad. I had to do it to you guys. No, because
What do you mean, Melon Master? If it was true, regardless of Fortnite is killing it in sales, like the game is still one of the most played things on Steam.
Yeah.
It's still on like the top 5 most played things on Xbox right now. Just because it's not beating Fortnite doesn't mean that game not making bang.
yeah, it's making bang.
Sure it is.
I'll tell you how many people are playing right now. Give me a
Yeah,
second.
here's the
I
thing.
saw that PUBG bundle with the X.
I'm sick and tired of them promoting that fucking game, dog. They treat it like it's
Like
Your
you got
Halo.
dislikes because of that bullshit.
my.
No.
Imagine people that watch this shit after the podcast
Oh, man.
actually happened.
No, I just think the way they promote it, like it's crazy. It's like they promote it in such a way. It's like it feels more than the marketing deal. It feels more than like a timed exclusive. They didn't do what they're doing with PUBG, what they did with Rise of the Tomb Raider. It's not man. They didn't do this with any. They don't even do this with some of their exclusives.
I think it's a matter of time before.
I think something like, cause come on, like
sadly, I'd rather them spend their money on something else, but I do think it's a matter of time before they do, because as of right now, like it's been out on a preview for how long? For a little bit.
That shit, I'm not playing that shit until they put the fucking achievements on it. It's just a waste of time.
It's been there for almost a year, actually, and we still haven't heard nothing about it coming on another platform.
Oh, but they're adding maps to it, though.
I don't care about maps. I want achievements. That's the only way I feel comfortable playing it.
Watch them. I want them to put some hard-ass achievements, like get 10 chicken winners, and then just keep going up from there, so I can hear Kid just flip the fuck out.
So there's all right. So then now we got the Game Pass games for August, and we have the games with gold for August. This was after like we kind of had been complaining about what we were getting with games with gold over the past couple of months. What are your thoughts on August of what they added? And let's start with Jez.
I think it is great. I think they did a great job with games of gold. I think
all I know is thank God Microsoft didn't put some shit in there.
I know.
This conversation would have went south with Jez. What the fuck you mean? You mean to tell me that Sony's gonna announce this?
To that shit? Nah.
Yeah. No, I mean,
you know I said nice, man. That was a good.
You know what's crazy? That subscriptions are like dropping. Like the subscriptions for PlayStation and Xbox, like they're actually dropping like a lot.
Why are they drop? Oh, you mean dropping?
Like the subscribers, active subscribers.
There's
But no, I think it was a great month. I think
I'm interested in Epic. I'm interested in Epic Mickey.
Epic Mickey. That's not bad. For Honor was good.
For Honor.
Yeah.
Kid, you're joking, right?
No. I'm dead serious. That's the only. I remember wanting to play that game and for some reason never getting to buy it. I wasn't the first Epic Mickey exclusive to like the Wii or some shit like that.
I don't know because I didn't play that shit when it
I don't know, Frank. Go look at the history of Epic Mickey.
No, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna download it. And
I'm assuming that's because you're after the achievements, right, Smooth?
No. It just looked like a very epic Mickey game.
You pick Epic Mickey out of those games, then you had.
No.
They're gonna get after Smooth
as an Xbox loyalist.
I can't believe you just announced that on Planet X.
What?
I mean, you are the person that hyped up Brave when it came out. So I mean,
I'm as an Xbox loyalist.
You know what, Smooth? I was holding back too. I was going to troll you in our chat when I saw the Disney Adventures. Oh no,
Rush in the Game Pass.
In Game Pass, I was like, Smooth. You should be very excited with this.
I'm not excited because I bought it. No, I already bought it. Now I was like, oh shit. Well, damn. Fuck.
Wait, is that the Kinect game?
Yeah, it was not on the X. It's just a 4K Disney game.
They pulled Kinect out of it and gave it a 4K injection.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It looks good. It looks like a Pixar. Yo. No, shout out. People they call it diabetic gaming, but you guys are missing out on some goodies. Like fuck you.
I don't know
what I mean?
Yo, man.
You know what?
Let him amputate your legs.
That Xbox streaming can be the shape of a fucking needle.
Kid played the game about like patrolling Disney World or Disney Park or whatever the fuck.
Disneyland Adventures. Yeah.
I'm not gonna knock it because he has younger kids.
No, I'm gonna knock it. I'm gonna knock it.
No, he's playing it.
He's it.
Oh no. I thought he was playing it with his kids.
No, his kids were nowhere to be found. And what's funny? Hey, kid, you low key were struggling on that, man. I gotta say that you were low key struggling on that.
Yeah, no. There's a lot.
There was like one of those like where you're walking and I think it was like he was sliding on ice, happened to like jump over like obstacles. Kid was raging on that game. He was he was raging on that game.
I needed the power of Kinect.
Yeah, see, look, Smooth was raging playing Disneyland Adventures, like he was playing Bloodborne.
There's some good quality stuff there. They added the greatest game of all time into Game Pass.
The only good quality about that is it's not downloaded on my Xbox.
Ryse Son of Rome is a Game Pass game. So for all those who missed out on the game that defined this generation, go download it right now.
Are you talking about the game that inspired
every game, dog?
The game that's the schematic.
I like to reference that game as the Adam and Eve of video games.
Are you talking about the? Are you talking about the game God of War copied everything from?
Every game is built from Ryse's womb.
Ryse Son of Rome is
Twitter say
it's the GOAT. It's the GOAT. It's the greatest game of all.
Combat has
inspired God.
Combat, story, character design, everything has come from Ryse Son of Rome.
Hey, you know what I mean? I swear, if I didn't beat that game as much as I did, I would be very excited. But it's like I can't do anything to it. If I would only play it if they gave it an X enhancement, or put like a story DLC.
It was so
in there.
epic, kid. I expect you to play it regardless.
I played the shit out of it. I beat it twice on PC. I beat it almost. Fuck. I'm missing some of the multiplayer
What did you
ones.
play it on as PC? How did it look on the PC? What did you play it as? Like, you have a 9 Ti. So
I played it at 4K on the PC.
So it looked like...
The thing that's sad about that is I think that would have been a good franchise if they could have come to an agreement.
So
with that.
I'm disappointed in Microsoft. I'm disappointed in Crytek. I'm disappointed in Xbox. All for not doing it. I'm bothers
disappointed
me.
in Microsoft because that shouldn't have even been like a thing. Like, I'm glad that they're starting to purchase studios, so they don't have to rely on like second parties as much.
What contract?
Yeah, because that's one of the reasons that they're hurting so much right now is because the games that was out at the beginning of the generation. Those prospective studios are like, I don't want to make that game.
Well, they're like all contracts that like.
Well, apparently Ryse 2 was being made, and they had an issue on who owned the IP, and then they just stopped all production over it.
Yeah, unfortunately,
it was good because they could have went to different genre. They could have went to different time periods, almost like Assassin's
Creed.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't wait to fucking slay like a two-headed fucking like.
They could have went
tiger and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? I wanted mystical creatures in there. Like
what they could have done is they could have did a Ryse style game to that was based off the Spartans. What event was 300 based off of?
The Persian Spartan War. Yeah.
I think that would have been cool.
But now games are just putting out fucking like For Honor already done eating its food, and now Assassin's Creed Origins Odyssey is eating its food. It's like now it can't be done. It can't be done now.
If there was any gameplay that was like expired from Ryse, it would have been For Honor. But I think For Honor did it better.
Demigod, I think where it started, and guys correct me, was it when God of War's gameplay was shown? They said it looked exactly like Ryse.
You mean Kitsu's video that blew up overnight?
No, I made that video years ago though. That's the crazy thing. I made that video years ago. Like nobody had nothing to say years ago when I made that video. Now that shit was like coming close, like people started talking about it. I'm like, I said this shit on Weapon Wheel. I said this shit a couple years, but it wasn't a big deal. But now it's like, oh shit, nah, you can't say that.
You know what they could do? Yeah. You know how did any of you play like Oblivion with the arena?
Yeah,
I played Oblivion, but I didn't make it that far. You know what scared me? You know what scared me from Oblivion?
That's right.
You know why?
Yelling fire for your.
You know why I stopped playing Oblivion? Because I went into one of those Oblivion portals. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, fuck it, I'm not playing this shit.
No, I stopped playing Oblivion.
Yeah, I'm dead
I got
serious.
bit by a vampire, and I couldn't go out in the daytime, so I completely just stopped playing the game. I got
you
that
guys are a bunch of fucking losers, man.
They wanted me to go here, get the potion. I'm like, I'm done.
There's a place in there called Arena that was like, it was one of the factions that you could do a set of quests. That was pretty much just revolved around fighting an arena, like the Spartacus way. And
I heard of it. Yeah.
I think if they made some tweaks, put a kind of a leveling system in there, like a combat system, I think Ryse could have like a mini thing like that in that game, where it's not just about how like the multiplayer in Ryse was like the rotating bullshit that was dumb.
The arena fighting.
I feel like if it was more like set up better, that they could have like an arena focused like part of Ryse.
Yeah.
That you can, because that's what it kind of gave me. That I never understood the multiplayer in that aspect. I feel like that game would have been better if you could have like did the Halo 3 where you just cloned and did the fucking campaign with someone. I felt like the multiplayer did not make sense whatsoever to the game itself. Like
it was like dynamic levels. Like,
well, no, it did make sense.
Rand, you want to go back, man?
He said, "How many jazz rants did I miss today?" Yeah, we talked about NPDs. No, but Addict, to correct you, the multiplayer did make sense to the story of the game, because in the story of the game, while you were hunting down the fucking Emperor, you had to go through these arenas to fight all the way yourself all the way up to the Emperor's son.
Something better on multiplayer, man. Like if they could have worked more on the single player and let that shit out of the game completely.
I mean, I don't know.
It was cool. That's when they're throwing multiplayer and everything. Like, they had to do this. The big thing with that was that they were trying to say where you could matchmake while you're watching while you're at the menu screen, like a match makes in the background. I remember that was like one of the big things that launched with the Xbox, that it'll matchmake in the background. But it had something in it. It was not bad. It just the moves got repetitive and it didn't have
a lot of
weapon variety.
Yeah, you couldn't pick up any other weapons.
Early games though had the Kinect support.
Yeah, I used to be
police!
Like you throw the, you know how you had to call outs for when they throw the fucking spears, you would say release.
Arches, you call you arches.
Yeah,
I just think like little things.
Somebody's gonna clip that.
I just think little things like making the combat system a little bit more fluid, let you use like spears and axes and shit like that. Little decisions like that, and maybe a co-op experience, Ryse would may have done better. And I think Ryse sold enough to where it was like we can make this, but it didn't sell enough to like Microsoft would be willing to like sacrifice shit to make another one.
Yeah, but
like if that game would have came out and it would have did blockbuster and it would have got highly reviewed.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't the reviews do really bad?
The thing is,
I
felt like I wanted them to like at least give us some like I wanted to play as Boudica like really bad. Like she had dual weapons. She was more agile. Her story seemed interesting. That's why I was like, it's unfair. Sometimes that's the things that I don't like about Microsoft. Some of my favorite games for Xbox this generation are games that would never get a sequel. So, unfortunately.
Hey, Boss Moves in the chat. Playground Games working on Ryse 2. They're adding chariot racing.
There you go. We never know.
Hey, man.
Never know.
I feel like they're making a Recore too.
Imagine instead of Fable, we get a Recore 2.
On the serious note, like I feel like they're making a Recore 2.
Who's making a Recore 2?
That's what like,
hopefully, no one is making a Recore 2.
No, I know. I think they're I can't guarantee, but I highly suspect that they will eventually have a Recore 2.
You never
it'll be highly suspect if they do make a Recore 2.
They like to buy that thing, man. That game got the definitive edition.
Hey, they can keep the definitive edition. They can keep the regular edition. They can keep everything.
But
they got the definitive edition. They didn't do the Quantum Break definitive edition.
Nah, dude, like. Bro, like
I got that. I got it the same box as Super Lucky's Tale.
No, I see. Recore games like Recore and like games like Cameo, they hold special places in my heart.
What's funny is it's the same people. It's like they need to just give the franchise another try. Yeah. You can improve on his sequel. Recore, that's just trash.
I love this. That Recore was the same level as Halo.
There's no saving that. There's no saving that.
I think they do. Recore has doing a lot of things right. It just did so much things.
Every one of their experimental games did something right, and you could literally see, wow, if they make a
except
sequel,
for Quantum Break,
come on, dog. Like really? See, like Quantum Break
too, but you want to do Quantum Break too?
Yeah, you know what? I look. Okay,
somebody make this man pay. I want him to play this. Did you play it? Like
I played like 2 hours of that.
Why don't you stream that fucking game? Why don't you tolerate that on stream, huh?
No.
What game?
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break.
It's not that
decent game. It's a decent game.
No Quantum Break for me.
You know what I mean? But
I mean, it's not bad, bro. It's not bad.
I'm trying to think what else.
It's all right. It's all right. It's average.
What else happened? That
I think we should address this Craig from Friday that's trying to start shit.
What's for Rand?
Trying
Right?
to, yeah. What happened? What did happen?
Oh yeah.
We were talking about maybe they're not making a Fable. That's what I'm saying.
Oh no, I know what happened. All right, so Rand's here. So pretty much, Addict referenced Rand for about Rand confirming
Fable,
that the next Fable is the Playground's
Don't
working
bring
on the
me
next
up
Fable.
like I was in
Whoa,
on this shit.
yeah, and our guy,
I was like, maybe they're not making a foul.
our guy Jazz took exception to.
Hey, Rand's rewinding the podcast right now.
To the
He's rewinding it on the DVR. You got the DVR enabled DVR checked out, Smooth?
I'll reenact it. I can
You may want to go into Creator Studio and check that box off right quick.
reenact it right now.
It never happened.
Addict says, hey, Fable's confirmed. Everybody had told me Fable's confirmed. I'm like, well, maybe Fable's not. Maybe it's it's an open world RPG. And he's like, well, Rand said Fable's confirmed. And I said, well, Rand also said Forza Kart. And what was the other one? Forza Kart.
The Gears game.
And
I don't even know what he said. He's backtracking all kinds.
I'm trying to think about it. It's like Forza Kart and Gears Tactics, and I said Forza Kart turned into Miami Streets.
Let me confirm that. No one said that you confirmed anything. We said that you've heard shit.
He's heard it.
Look at you there over there, Jeff.
I reenact exactly what I said. That's all I said. I'm just saying we don't know. Everybody's assuming Fable. Fable's being made. We don't know. And maybe it is not Fable. Maybe it's just some RPG. Maybe
they're not.
Why Microsoft hasn't said it? I'm waiting for
maybe they're working on it, right? And they're not ready to announce what it is, because I think what's going to happen is maybe they are trying to make another Fable, and then that the game becomes so different they just change things.
Maybe.
Yeah.
They never know.
Yeah.
We don't know until Phil's like Fable. And even then, we gotta wait. But Fable is coming out.
Give me my streaming box, bro.
Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Say it with your chest, Jazz.
Yeah,
look, I'm gonna have to keep the same energy you had the last time.
Could have been Forza Kart. Well, Smoot was laughing his ass off.
Well, I guess what was
he was right about the XCOM game. But
what's funny is every game you said to try to dismiss Fable, he was right about. That was the funniest part about the whole thing.
He's right about Gears Tactics, but we didn't.
Well, we didn't get Forza Kart racing.
We gotta go back and see how Phil spun it when he was talking about the game PlayGround was working on, because
he said he had some smirk on his face when he's like, and we'll get to that later. And I think that's weird that he even brought that shit up. Like,
yeah, because of all the rumors were fresh, like around that time that PlayGround was supposedly working on Fable.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a low key, kind of like him almost confirming that to be true, but not saying it. That's how it came up. That's totally how it came up.
Exactly how Bethesda did, where thanks to our friends over there at Canada. Walmart. It was like, they can't keep a secret. It kind of felt like a similar, jab like that.
Yeah.
So when do you think they're going to talk about it?
About to happen.
They're going to
Miami Streets.
Are they going to talk about it next year?
Yes, Tactics Code Xbox. Rand, are you confirming that, or you're trolling?
He's been saying that. Rand has been saying that, but if it's coming, I just don't
bring that as soon as they bring keyboard and mouse support.
Yeah, Rand, say this holiday, right? Or is it a timed exclusive?
When they bring keyboard and mouse support, they'll bring that.
Where's that, man? Where's that been? What the fuck is keyboard and mouse support, man?
That's a good question.
Shit, they've been teasing that for over a year.
I hate people on Twitter.
Why?
Because
shit, you can connect your keyboard, and I believe the ASWD keys work to move around in PUBG on an Xbox if you plug in the keyboard. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say I saw that somewhere.
Yeah. All right, let's get ready to get out of here. I want to play. Please, guys, follow me on Mixer. I will be giving away a copy of Madden if I lose.
So is this just like a one-time thing, or everyone that whoops your ass get?
No.
He's
like no.
If you're still confident, man, like put up that wallet.
Why?
Like anyone that beats me gets a free copy.
Not anyone. Well, if anybody beats me, they already have a copy of Madden because they have to have it to play it.
Well, clearly, there is a trial.
Or the EA Access.
They have the game.
Well, here's the thing. It's not for
technically you're playing it before the game comes out, so they don't have to have
this
it.
would be treated like
that was a dumbass thing.
This would be treated like some sort of charity. If Kid Smooth takes an L, his wallet takes an L too.
So see that?
Oh my God!
He says
he's gonna test out that game
gift. Wrong.
Someone needs to screen cap that. If Fable is announced that it's not being, if PlayGround announced they're not working on Fable, Randolph Thor 19th channel will become to grind my gears.
No, he doesn't say grind my gears. He says Jez, so he might be playing me and might give it to Jez Corden. Aha!
Yeah, we're gonna need some contract signing there, Rand. Because all it takes is you give it to Jez, and Jez gives it right back to you, and be like,
I give it to Jez. I don't know nobody's channel.
It's clearly a joke.
I don't know his channel. I'm assuming it is. I'm just like, why won't they just say Fable? Like, just say it.
Yeah. Because maybe they're not ready to call. I feel like they're working on it, and it's just going to turn into something different.
I feel like at the end of the day, it's better on the perception of that game. It's better on the outlook of that game if they actually have something to show for the announcement. Like, they come up, oh yeah, they're working on a Fable. We'll show you more next year. I'll talk to you later.
Rockstar came out with a red logo, and everybody knew it was red.
They need to come out with some red gameplay.
No, man, look how they teased Battletoads. What the hell was that?
Oh yeah, that's supposed to come out early, right?
Around here, if they brought up Fable that's coming out, Jez would be like, I need to see gameplay, man. I need to see more. I can't just go off what they said.
Probably. But at least it's a step in the right direction than no step at all. Because think about it.
He kind of low-key did that. He said they're working on an open RPG. And that we'll talk about that later. What more do you want from him?
When the fuck is later? Next E3? Wait till next E3.
I mean, I don't know. Later that shit could come out 10 years from now. I don't know. Later can a really big
When's later? Talk about it later.
Later got a big window.
No, we got all the time in the world. We'll see you in 2021. Like, it's like, come on.
Hey,
think about it. If they were invested, they could have used that stage to even talk about all their IP that they're working on.
If that website I showed you guys is true, which could be completely trolling, it does say open to public in 2020. Do you think that would be a launch title for the next Xbox if that is true?
Ask Rand about that website. What was it called? That Reaper
22 for Fable.
It's 2020.
Yeah, I got one, man. What's this thing that I saw that Halo Infinite's not going to be play anywhere?
Ooh,
I thought they confirmed it's coming to Windows 10.
It probably coming to Windows 10, but it might not be play anywhere.
Not be play anywhere.
In other words, you're going to have to purchase it on PC as well.
Double dip that Halo.
Yeah, I'll double dip it.
I feel like that's
I ain't gonna lie, I will.
I could see Microsoft doing that. We're gonna have everything on Play Anywhere, but the good shit that's not there.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And wait a second, who was the studio that's working with them on Halo Infinite? The guys that made Project Spark? Is that those guys? I think Team Dakota's not around anymore.
No, the guys who helped with all the Age of Empires.
I need some of those Rand sources, bro. Rand, bro, what's going on with Halo Infinite?
I'm telling you. Rand wasn't here when I got yelled at 2 weeks ago about how Halo Infinite is going to be a platform for Halo.
Well, you said it was going to be a platform.
Not a platformer, but like a way for delivering content, like a world. That's what I said, like a Minecraft.
To be honest with you, man, even if they went towards that, Destiny platform,
Destiny, like something like that.
Even if they to be honest with you, if they did it right, I wouldn't have an issue with it. I really wouldn't. But I don't think they're going that direction.
I don't think they need it just because the hook is the multiplayer. That's the hook to that game.
Yeah. I mean, because
my thing, and I was talking about, I just finished the Halo, the Fall of Reach stuff, and I was following the and I watched the ends again of Halo again, just to recap on how it did, and they built up to Halo 3. Halo 3 was awesome, and then it did Halo 4, and then Halo 5, and then now it's are we building up to Halo 6 to be the final part of that trilogy? And it's no, Halo Infinite, it's Master Chief's story after what events of Halo 5. I really hope they don't just kind of cut off that stuff and just say, this is just Halo, here's Master Chief.
It doesn't matter. 343 is making it. They make better Halo games than Bungie. Facts.
What was that you cut out?
I said, it doesn't matter. 343 is making it, and they make better Halo games than Bungie. Facts. They do.
I have to agree. Like, I really do. Like,
They do.
I know a lot of people really like the older Bungies.
Are we talking about multiplayer?
I think multiplayer they make way better.
Yeah, multiplayer, yes.
343.
Bungie?
See, people like to hate people because this.
Story.
Yo, people like to hate.
You realize you're going to a really big
People like to hate, but I've never. Halo's fucking multiplayer under 3. Even the Master Chief Collection when the shit's like working like that crisp 60 frames per second. Yo, oh my god! Like,
well, what's funny? Hold on. People in the chat that said that they don't make a better multiplayer. Tell me what you don't like about it.
Yeah,
what don't you like about 5's multiplayer?
Please,
because most of you motherfuckers can't tell me anything. You just say I don't like it.
We're not talking about campaign.
He
said smoking some shirt.
They be saying shit like, I don't like the sprinting. It makes the game more fast paced. You mean a 2018 game can't have sprinting in it? What the fuck? Like,
the thing about 343, what makes 343 the GOAT, right? Of trying to do everything right. They made it so the point is like, all right, we understand core Halo fans want to just fucking jog and they don't want to sprint. We'll make it optional, and we'll make it to the point if you do sprint, your health can't regenerate and you can get shot out of ADS and shit like that. You know what I mean? So, just saying, 343, they did the most. The balance is just amazing. They just did everything right, and you guys are so unappreciative. So yes, 343 is better than Bungie. And
what about Halo Reach?
They are.
No, play was pretty good.
Why do you keep shaking your head left and right over there, Fro? Why don't you talk instead of just...
Yeah, because he's on mute. Like,
I see him over there just going... We've been doing this for like 5
Frog can't even believe what he's hearing. Hey, Frog, no, we can't hear you.
Smooth is just going on.
No, because it's like people...
Halo 2 is my favorite Halo.
Halo 2.
Which one? Halo 3?
I think Halo 2 is my favorite Halo.
All right, question. Do you want Halo 2 by Bungie or Halo 2 by 343? Which one you like better?
Am I playing multiplayer or are we talking about campaign?
You wait. Listen to what I just said. Do you want Halo 2 by Bungie or Halo 2 by 343? Did you play Halo 2 by 343?
Who are you asking?
Frog.
Oh, you said, wait a second. He's saying that Halo 2 by 313 is the Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, he's asking for
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's the one that they retooled.
The
one they retooled.
It's not still Bungie's game.
That's Bungie.
Yeah, but 343 made it better.
Yeah, but
they retooled the bitch.
Fine. They made it 60.
I would never play the original Halo 2 again after playing 343's version. Never again. 343 are the GOATs at making Halo. They were the perfect team to take over the franchise. Now, granted, the story...
I will say that, 343 can't make a story to save their life, but I just enjoy the multiplayer more. I just enjoy the multiplayer. Like, I'm not about that. A lot of people that complain about, the new implements that they put into Halo are those motherfuckers that can only use the BR in every scenario, which that's the biggest gun in Halo. But that's the main reason you guys don't like it.
Yep.
Because it makes the
they made it balanced. They balanced the shit. They balanced that. Yo, 343 made the fucking SMG worth the shit. They made the SMG worth a damn. Like, it's a reliable weapon in the game.
The BR used to be like short.
Yeah, it used to be a piece of shit.
In the old Halos, if you didn't learn how to use the BR or the pistol, you were doing pretty much trash in every game.
So they made it easier, so they're better?
Well, it's not they made it easier. They made it more... I'm not even... Who here actually plays Halo?
I played Halo. I think the trilogy... Well, you're talking multiplayer, right?
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the single player. That's just trash.
What? Yeah, now it is. Now they got the shit all over the place with the story.
I think
I'm with Leaky, bro. BR and pistols for life. I'm with you, man.
Yeah, but I think the multiplayer... They modernized Halo, definitely. They made it better.
The multiplayer.
Halo 5 multiplayer was really good.
Yeah,
Halo 5 multiplayer.
If you're talking
I
about,
like Halo 4 Spec.
You're talking about
the Spartan Ops.
It's just you're supposed to be the super soldier that that knows all these different fighting methods. He can shoot any kind of weapon, shoot alien weapons, but he can't sprint. Like it makes no sense to what never mind. I'm not gonna go into.
All right. Let's.
Now, I mean, I agree. 60 frames in Spring made some things better. I don't disagree.
Yeah, I wouldn't
with
say
that,
that.
but
You also had the
14
charge.
made a
You got the
better
Spartan
Halo.
charge and what is it that the Spartan slam when you come when you charge up and you fly down.
I did like the equipment. From
Those are
Halo 3. I
cool.
thought the equipment was pretty
Cool.
I think now Halo 3 will always be is my favorite because of timing. You know of what I was going through in my life during that time, 2007. Like I mean, shit. Halo 3 was like amazing, but I'm not going to let that falter like my thoughts or flaw my thoughts on what Halo 4 and Halo 5 did.
At the end of the day, what 343 did is like I'm sorry, like a lot of people will get mad at this next statement that they brought Halo to the next way into next generation like it should have been. Like according to these people in this chat, you can't sprint, you can't aim down sights. Like these are the same people that says Call of Duty does the same shit every year. But you literally want Halo to do the same shit every year.
No, I do think that 343 they did a good job with Halo 5, but I wouldn't say they're better than Bungie. I wouldn't go out of my way to say that. I think that's a little bit too much.
They are. Has Bungie made a 60 frames per second Halo experience on console at all?
Bungie hasn't made a 60 frame per second game.
No, I can't think of a game that Bungie made it 60 frames.
But say Call of Duty multiplayer sucks. Call of Duty sucks every year. That's the game that sells the most every year.
But I just say like I think Bungie's a good developer, and I wouldn't say with 343 like they're so much better than Bungie. I mean 343 still has some things to be proven. Like they haven't been around as long as Bungie. So I would say that Bungie.
Now, 343 is just the better of the Bungie talent that remained with Microsoft. So, just
ran out our Halo multiplayer over Call of Duty multiplayer.
Hey, tomato. I guess I think Halo 2 is my favorite one.
Yo, can you guys
fake name Destiny 60 FPS on PC? Yes, that's accurate, sir. But I mean,
can you guys? No. Bungie doesn't. They haven't made a 60.
Can you guys do me a favor and hit the like button because there was at one point over 120 of you watching and our active users is not matching like the active viewers. So please hit the like button. Or hit the dislike button so it can make sense because it's not making any sense to me.
If this podcast gets over 500 likes, Kid will.
It can't get 500 likes because there's not 500 people here to like it.
If this podcast gets over 500 likes, Kid Smooth will stream that Bloodborne expansion.
All right, but
Oh, you said all right. That's confirmed, dude. Make it happen.
You said what?
Nothing.
Oh.
He just wants you to play that Bloodborne, man.
I don't even know how to play Bloodborne anymore.
In our Halo conversation, we completely skipped over Halo 4.
Halo 4 was dope. The thing that broke my heart. The thing that broke my heart about Halo 4 was the fact that I think what happened.
Halo 4 was dog.
What was it? Black Ops or some shit that came out that killed its player base. It was a Black Ops game.
4 was horrible.
It wasn't horrible.
It
was horrible.
From ATS. I thought that was so.
I thought everything involving Halo was horrible. Halo 4. I didn't like the multiplayer. I didn't play much of that multiplayer at all.
Yeah. Well, it did add the Spartan Ops.
Yeah, I can't wait till they fix Master Chief Collection because I'm going back. I'm just, and it's gonna take place this year.
Wait, it still isn't fixed?
It's in. You can play you can sign up to be an insider program to play the updated version.
Nah, I deleted that thing from my game system so long ago.
No, they opened it up to all insiders.
Insider.
So you sign insider. Now you get.
Yeah, I'm okay.
I can't wait because I'm not playing it until the X enhancements come. That's why I'm.
Ain't nobody trying to play a game that should have been working like 4 years ago. It feels like.
Man, but the game doesn't. Technically, it's four classic games in that bit. So I mean, up to date.
No, five. They give you
ODST.
They give you ODST. They just don't give you Reach, which I don't see why. That's the only one I really haven't played is Reach.
I think Reach had the best story.
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard Reach was
alright. All right, let's get out of here though. It's like we about to be approaching like 2 hours. Thank you guys for tuning in to episode 54 of Planet Xbox. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed. Most of you are subscribed. Hit the like button, and we will talk to you guys next week. And If you happen to miss this live, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. We can use some feedback, etc. Follow us all on Twitter.
Are you about to let any of us do outros? Are you about to do this?
They're actually all in the Discord template he's got.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say that you have my name spelled. You put an extra Z in there or something like that. No wonder nobody's following me.
No, this is wait, do I need an extra Z or you have an extra Z?
JEZ7780.
Well, look at the template.
3 Z's.
No, I don't.
In the YouTube one I saw in the thing.
You're looking at but if they look at the template, it's spelled correctly.
All right. Whatever. I just noticed that. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And follow me on Twitch, man. I just started a new Twitch channel.
Yeah. Do that work, yo. Who's trying to play me in Madden? Let's get this work.
So when are we starting this Dead Space 3 stream?
This Dead Space 3, probably sometime
It's co-op, right? It's co-op.
later in this month.
I want to do it on the hardest difficulty.
I'm not playing that shit on the hardest difficulty. That's a waste of my time.
It's not even that hard.
I'm not denying it because it's hard. I'm just denying it because I don't want to like put more time into it than I need.
You're stuttering, dude. You're
I
stuttering.
just don't. It's like
Fine, we'll play it on the one below the hard.
no, we can play it on easy or normal default. Like
Man,
Baby. Play it on baby.
we're at least playing that on normal. If you want to play that on easy, you could play it with Jazz.
What?
all right, guys. Yeah, you can do your outros though. Go ahead. Whoever got. Oh, Merc said he follow him on Twitter.
Yeah. There you go. Just all my stuff is in the Discord template that Smooth's got down there. Just follow me on Twitch, Merc305 Gaming, as well on top of Twitter, YouTube. You guys know how to find me. Thank you guys for coming out, man.
Appreciate everyone for coming out.
Thank you.
I just noticed that you had the Twitter handles and stuff in there.
Yeah.
I definitely follow me on Twitter. I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers. I know most of you don't fucking like me anyway, so it's whatever. But follow me on Twitter if you ain't followed me on Twitter. Definitely follow me on Mixer and Twitch. I've been doing a little bit on that. I'm gonna start streaming Neo again. I think it's time for me to, I like the abuse. I guess like kind of in a domestic relationship with that fucker. But thanks for coming out. We'll see you next week.
Yo, and follow me over Jez7780 on Twitter.
Don't follow Jazz.
Grinds my gears. I do my shows randomly whenever I feel like.
He does his shows whenever Microsoft announces stuff.
Yeah, whenever I feel like it. So follow me over there, and I do some streaming, VR, all different stuff on YouTube. I tried streaming to Twitch. I streamed to the wrong channel, and then I was like, I have like 2 different Twitch channels. I had 3 followers on one. I don't know. I just streamed to YouTube because I like that it keeps it. But I didn't know with Twitch you had to select the button to say archive my videos.
Oh,
Yeah, so
You got to check that off.
I didn't do that. So whatever I did, I was just playing NHL 19, which is a trip fest with tripping the stick. They got to fix that shit, or I'm not playing it.
Oh, the trial's out.
Yeah, the trial was over the weekend. They had NHL 19.
Yeah. Okay.
But I tell you, like, you could slam people, and there's no penalties. But man, you stick out the stick and poke check, it's like instant trips. It was like 8 penalties on both teams.
I do want to say something real quick before we get off.
Yeah.
Like, one thing I would really like Microsoft to do that I just thought of is, what is that mode that's on PlayStation called where you can like pick up a second controller and shit?
A share play.
Yeah, I really think they need that because like games like Cuphead would have did way better.
Yeah.
Would have felt way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the share play is pretty cool. I've done it with Frogs a couple of times.
I did
cool.
it with a critic a couple of times on those little.
Did he get you playing that dumbass pole game?
Yeah,
He got my ass playing that shit too.
Yeah. But just a quick shout out to Life and Times podcast. Shout out to the Raven
Shout out to
Flow.
You got Chief Tommy. You got
Boss
Moose.
Moose, Savage Yoga.
Shout out to Merc 305.
Yeah.
Demigod
Yo, that guy's
reviews.
trolling in the chat. Get him out.
Trolling in here, man.
Demigod
Ban that
reviews.
motherfucker.
Savage Huger.
Randall Thor's in there. Aaron Johnson. Who else we got? The Raven Flow.
Lil Main, J Main, everybody that showed us. D Almighty Spartan God.
Our good friend Craig from Friday.
The Finest, who always come through and hit me up on Twitter with the news.
Yeah, Finest is
Shout out to people who send me videos for me to react to. I really appreciate it because that tells me that you actually like what I'm doing. Shout out to everybody who showed up, man.
Finest is the reason why I did my video today. He's like, do one. I'm like, I guess.
Yeah. But we're gonna be out of here. You know, as always.
Demigod.
Yeah, you can follow me at Frogs Dope Gaming Podcast every Tuesday at 7:30.
Oh yeah, he does.
Since it's wrong on because I see it's wrong there. It's been wrong for quite some time, but hey, it is.
Yeah, he did it to you too.
Yeah. Look, I told him that like months ago.
This is what happens.
I told when I first met Smooth.
No,
like,
I never
one,
changed it.
I took what you
three.
guys gave me and I copied and pasted it into the.
Yeah, I told you like months ago. I was like, hey, that's wrong. That's backwards, and he just never changed it. So, yeah.
But
sabotage.
As always, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot, and we are the best podcast. Good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe.
Facts.
We're out of here, guys. Peace.
Peace.